Okay, so the first video that I've done for you is just a nice big stretch out. So hopefully it's not going to feel overly demanding, it's just going to feel really good on the body, and I have no idea how long this is going to take, but essentially you can make it take as long as you want. If you've got more time, do more reps. If you're short for time, do fewer reps or fewer exercises. Apologies, but I'm going to be referring to a piece of paper as we go along. So you're going to start off lying down on your back with your legs a hip width apart, your feet flat and your legs bent. You're going to make a diamond shape with your thumb and your forefinger, and you're going to place the diamond on your pubic bone, so the thumb is in the belly button with the fingers pointing through your legs. Imagine you have a marble in the middle of your diamond, and all I want you to do here is to softly scoop your belly and pull the diamond or roll the diamond towards you. Your back will flatten into the mat, and then just roll the diamond through neutral, so it's right in the middle of the diamond, and all the way away. You're going to keep doing that movement, just rocking the pelvis or rolling your marble. Trying to keep the rest of the body as still as you can, so you're really isolating into that lower back. Just softly connecting with the belly and gently pressing the heels down to connect with the seat. We'll just do a couple more. Pausing in the middle with your neutral pelvis. And then from there you're going to roll the diamond, the marble, over to the right, bring it back to the middle and roll it to the left and to middle, to the right and to middle and to left and to middle. And you're trying not to let your hips kind of overly wiggle, kind of hike up and down on the mat. It's just straight to the side and straight to the other side. Knees relatively stable, and then again just pause in the middle. Nice and neutral pelvis. From there I'm going to have you hug the knees into your chest and push the feet down towards the seat and just have a nice big stretch in the back. And without overthinking it, you're going to bring yourself up to a seated position, either rolling up, rocking up, or just climbing up with your hands. And then you'll sit with your legs a hip width apart again, feet relatively flat. If that's uncomfortable, you can let the toes lift, and your hands will go behind the thighs, behind the knees. Elbows softly lifted to the side, and you're nice and upright. Just drop your head and keeping the shoulders as still as you can. Feel that movement, that pelvic tilt of rolling the marble towards you to pull the back of the pelvis back, to start pulling the back of the spine, the lower bit of the spine back, and you're going to go backwards as far as you can without your feet lifting or your arms moving. When you can't go any further, you're going to pull back deeper with your waist and sit up to the top. And again, roll the marble towards you, slide the bum underneath you, pull the lowest bit of the spine back, bone by bone, just rolling backwards underneath the shoulders and coming back up to the top. Good, and again this should feel nice, you should feel that spine lengthening behind you as you move. So just visualise that spine opening, creating space, pulling the belly button in and using your abdominals to stretch the spine. Just one more. Good, and then you can lengthen the legs out long and just softly point the toes, or you can flex the feet. You go where's comfortable for your body, and you're going to sit up as tall as you can. If you feel that you're slumped in the lower back, just soften the knees so you can get really lifted, and your hands can just be resting on your legs. So this is kind of like a roll up, but we're not going to go all the way down. So with your right hand first, you're going to pull the elbow behind you, and you're going to gently turn towards your right. You're going to go back about halfway or until the point your legs are heavy, do not let them lift. And your back arm, you're going to look at the fingers, this right arm, and you're going to reach the arm behind you, abs in strong. Look at the fingers, come up and over like you're swimming through water, and come all the way and reach forwards for the toes. Pull back with the left elbow, keep your eyes looking down, turn to the left, reach the arm behind you, Lift the arm up, eyes on the fingertips, and stretch over like you're diving through water. Stretch. And again, right elbow back. Legs are heavy, abs are strong as you dive forwards and reach. And left elbow back. Following the fingers with the gaze up and over, and stretch. And last one. Just let it feel loose and light on the body. Just imagine you're in the sea, in the sunshine, and stretch. Lie down with control. Keeping your hips square, pull the right leg into the chest, hands behind the thigh, palm over palm. You're going to pull the leg in as tightly as you can, and then just straighten and bend the leg. Think about the hip pulling down as much as the foot is reaching up, and keep hugging the leg in as tightly as you can. Just do 2 more. And then lengthen the leg down and pull the other leg in. Hugging it in, keeping the hips as square as you can. Just straighten and bend. Hip pulling down as the foot reaches up. And then lengthen the leg all the way down. Good. From here, pull the knees in towards the chest. Just hug them in. Place hand on top of each knee and just circle loosely in one direction. And then circle loosely in the other direction. And then circle the legs independently of each other. And just let it feel really loose and relaxed and reverse. And then bring yourself up to a seated position with the legs out long. And again, if you need to bend the knees or prop yourself up on something to get out of your lower back, you totally do that. Okay, spine stretch forward. Arms are up in front. Take a nice big breath in to prepare. Feel the length through the back of the head. And then drop the head. Exhale your round, stretch forwards. Reach further than you think you can. Breathe in and restack the spine. And nod the chin in, exhale, and reach. Lift off your seat, pull those inner thighs towards each other, and breathe in and sit up tall. 2 more. So having that sense of pulling the hips backwards, finding that opposition in the legs and the hips. And then you can grab the feet if you can, or wherever you can reach, and just pull yourself further forward. Bring the arms up, bring the legs together, lie down with control. Good. Roll over onto one side, and from here we're going to set up for twisting. So just let your legs be bent. Hands will be fingers over fingers on the back of the head. I'll move this way just in case I'm blocked. And your elbows are going to squeeze towards each other as much as you can. Keep the legs connected like one leg. Looking at your top elbow, just open that elbow up to the ceiling and behind you as far as you can, and then come back and around. Just watch that top leg doesn't slide. And then bring those arms in front of you, let the head just rest, or you could support it with a pillow. You're going to slide your top hand forwards, roll towards the mat. Keep looking at the top fingers and lift the arm up and open it all the way out and bring it back up. Reach forward, roll towards the mat, lift up and around. Again, the legs are still and strong. Here's your last one. Sliding forwards to reach up, filling the room with your body, with your whole stretch, and then coming back up and around. And then from there you can roll over onto the other side or swing around to do the same thing on the other side. So hands back behind the head, elbows are together, and you might notice it's different on one side to the other. Top elbow lifts, keep looking at it with your gaze, keep the legs still, and then bring the body back around. Squeeze, and again, come up and open. And up and squeeze the elbows together, stretch out the shoulders, and again, last one. and around, and then reach those arms long and roll forwards, roll into the mat. Keep looking at the top fingers and just stretch open, letting that whole spine rotate, rounding forwards, lifting up and open, and releasing and the stretch. And here's your last one. And then coming back and around. Bringing yourself back to the front of your mat. You can just roll over onto your belly with the forehead. We'll actually rest on the right cheek. Just bring your arms by your side, let the palms face down into the mat and just relax. Just release the shoulders, release all the tension. And turn to the other cheek. And just release. And then come back to the middle, back to the forehead, palms up to the ceiling now. You're going to reach back with your shoulders, with your fingertips, and you're going to pull your chest forwards and up. Lift those front ribs up into your body and lower back down. And again, reach back, shoulders, fingers, lift the heart up the wall in front and lower back down. One more. Lift the heart, stretch the collarbone and down. Hands by the shoulders, push into rest position, just take a moment to stretch. Think about reaching your bum to your feet and then tuck your forehead towards your knees and actively using your belly to open that lower back, to lift it up to the sky. And then turn over, ready for bridge. Lying down, legs hip width apart, arms by the side. So take your arms as wide as you need them to be to let your collarbone reach wide. Let it be relaxed and open so you're not kind of crunched up. And press down gently through the heels. Think of your marble again in your diamond. You're going to roll the marble towards you to peel the spine up, one bone at a time, standing on your legs, opening your collarbone wide. And then exhaling and sinking the body all the way back down. And again, roll the marble towards you, lift. And exhale all the way back down. Now, if you want to make this a deeper stretch, you could put your feet onto a box, something sturdy that just lifts the feet a bit off the ground. And it will give you more time to really articulate through that lower back area all the way back down. Let's do two more. Keeping that collarbone wide and open. Last one. And pause it there. Good. You can pull the knees into the chest for a moment. And then without overthinking it, just bring yourself to a seated position, ready for seated mermaid. So take the legs, you can just split them nice and wide. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you could sit on a chair with both feet on the floor. Just find somewhere where you feel that you can sit relaxed. One hand is on the outside ankle, the other arm is going to reach up to the ceiling and just stretch over the feet. Come up, tee the arms and stretch over the other way. And up, and over, and up, and stretch. Good, just opening out the side body. Pause it here, cut the ear with the hand, rotate to a diagonal and stretch over your thigh. And that just feels so good. Come back to the centre, legs the other way. Okay, so again, different sides are going to be different. This is my tighter side. One arm up, you're going to stretch over, tee the arms and stretch the other way, really pushing the hip towards the heel and coming up and over, pushing the thighs down and up and over and coming up, cupping that ear, rotating and stretching forwards at the diagonal. Good, bring yourself round to the front of the mat, seal. Either hands behind the thighs, slightly easier, or hands through the legs, hold on to the feet. Okay, you go to where you feel comfortable. Pick up the feet and balance, and then just clap the feet. Open and close at the hip, roll it back, and roll back up, and clap, clap, clap. Okay, if you can lift the hips high, you can clap at the ceiling, and then clap at the floor, but you just do what feels nice. You don't even need to add in the claps if you don't want to. Good. And then from here, we're going to set the feet down and we're going to carefully come up to stand. So again, you just come up however you need to. You could do it as a roll to stand. You're going to softly bend your knees. You're just going to hang over there and take hold of your elbows, kind of like genie position, and let your head hang, crown reaching the floor. Just sway loosely from side to side. And then let go of the elbows, loosely circle the arms around, keep hanging the head. Just get rid of any tension and circle the other way. And then slowly from your belly, lift your spine tall, restacking with space between each bone up to the top. And when you get to the top, that's you done. Lovely! So hopefully you're feeling suitably mobilised and stretched, ready for the next videos.